And Draconi here over at the Dueling Network doing the deck profile today of my Agent's Fissure build, or anti-meta Agents. It's kind of a different build, different play on the Agent build everyone's playing. It's got some nice techs, I think, at least. Well, I'll get on with the deck profile and explain my decisions as I go along here. 2 Agent of Mystery Earth, just your typical searcher. Search out Venus and Jupiter, which I'll explain why I run this when I get to it. 3 Venus, get out Gotchi Gotchi, Shine Balls. It's just good that way. Just good all around. Go for Trishula plays. Many plays can be used with this. Like if you summon it and say set a warning, the next turn go 2 Shine Balls, get out Christia. Game right there, folks. I mean, so many plays. Agent Venus can be used for so many plays. Jupiter is just good because it's an 1800 beater and I can overlay for Roach with it. 3 Shine Balls. Some people run 2. I personally in this deck like 3 because if one of them happens, if I have one in hand and it happens to get Mind Crushed or something, it's just good to have it. 3 Tour Guide, typical in most Agent builds, in most any build these days. Good for going into your rank 3 exceeds. Many plays can be done with Tour Guide. Fossil Dyna, typical anti-meta cards, stops special summoning. 2 Master Hyperion, good for popping and getting out your Christia safe. 3 Reborn Tengu, just good because if it gets removed out of play, you can get another one from the deck. Archlord Christia, 2 of them. Typical core card in Agents, and a Cyber Dragon, just because it's a good tech for any anti-meta-ish deck. Spells we have 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 3 Pot of Duality. Your typical staples right here, 3 Duality. Some of my builds I play 2, some I play 1, but just this deck, it needs the 3 Duality to get what you need. Heavy, Dark Hole Reborn, all staples. 2-dimensional Fissure, really good in this deck. Really underrated in Agent decks. Now onto the trap lineup. We have 2 Fiendish Chains, stop your Rescue Rabbits, your Tour Guides from going off. Just hurts a lot of decks. Starlight Road, you can set 3 or 4, set 4 with Starlight Road, no fear of getting heavied, or no fear of getting heavied really, because if they do heavy, they waste it. Torrential, good for getting when you don't have anything in hand, just set that with Fissure out, set that, and really nothing can get over it. 3 Solemn Lineup, typical staple, and Mirror Force, another staple. Now I want to kind of talk about the side deck. This is kind of people have just recently started carrying actual sideboards in Dueling Network decks, so, and therefore we'll be explaining the side deck choices a little bit here. Vanity's Emptiness, I wouldn't side this in against much. I wouldn't side this in against much, except for a deck that absolutely doesn't send cards to the graveyard from the deck. If it's like Foolish Burial, they can you just want to have something. It's just a good card if you can lock down cards like Foolish Burial or anything that sends from the deck to the graveyard. It's a good card to side in with the removal elements. Trap Dust Shoot, staple. A lot of people main it. I like it on the sideboard a lot. Sided in against, say game 2 against like Plants. Bounce back there like Debris Dragon. So many plays can open up. Mind Crush, don't really like it that much. It's good on the side, but yeah, in general, it's not that great of a card. Then a typical setup for fairies, 1 trade in, pitch a dead Christia to the graveyard, draw 2, burial from a different dimension, just get back 3 cards. You don't get back your Tengus, Cycle your Tengus again if you need to. Cards from the Sky, just more draw power. Side that in when you need the draw. Third MST, pretty good with anti-meta. Then the typical anti-meta setup. Second for monsters, 2 Thunder King Ryo, 2 DD Crow, and a Cyber Dragon. Now on to the extra deck. It's a pretty standard Agent extra deck except for a few things. Chimera Tech, it's just good against machines. Karakuri, Machina Gadget, Ultimate Offering Gadgets. 217, typically running agents. 1 Leviair, 1 Steel Storm Roach, 2 Gachi Gachi Gantetsu. Now on to the synchros. This is a little different than what most agents players play. They usually run more synchros than XYZ. Sorry about that, folks. I accidentally moved something. We have 1 Catastor, staple synchro. Just run over get that out against Light Sworn or Vylon. Wreck. You just can go so plus. Really no fear of them going off if you just keep punishing them with Catastor. Brio, send back to hand. Iron Chain, force them to mill. Black Rose Dragon. Bada boom, nuke the field. Scrap Dragon, +1. Avenging Knight Parshoth, piercing damage, plus 2600 level 8 beater. Stardust, works with Starlight Road, negates most effects. And Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, removal of 3. That is my Agent anti-meta build. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to leave comments in the section below. This has been Draconi at the Dueling Network, signing out.